Dictation 3940. Sir, I rise to draw the attention of the Finance Minister to some vital points regarding the state of West Bengal. Broadly, we know that this government's entire budgets in the last 34 years have been based on capitalist economy. From the very beginning, we have been stressing that through deficit financing and such budgets, you cannot do good to the people. This has been proved by the jungle of figures. The budgets have miserably failed. Still, they have been hoodwinking the people by telling them sometimes of socialism and sometimes about removal of poverty. By these slogans, they are maintaining the budgets and giving more and more to the capitalist section, making the poor poorer. It does not require any statistics to prove it. Now, it is common knowledge that 60% of the people are living below the starvation level and only 25 families are actually ruling. The national wealth is concentrated in their hands. This is due to the defective budget. This is due to the budget being oriented towards capitalist economy for the betterment of the capitalists. I would like to draw the attention of the Minister to the fact that in West Bengal, in mopping up the resources, the central government has taken up 50% of the total revenue resources collected. But the Planning Commission says that you must also mop up resources for social and economic development of the states. Sir, according to the Planning Commission formula, if we are to make economic and social development, we have to take overdraft. We have to take permission. At that time, we are faced with the threat. Overdraft will not be allowed. Then nobody would pay. We are placed in such a position that you take away the resources to which we are entitled to, and also you do not give us our part for social and economic development of the state. You will be surprised to know that from 1962, no new industry has been set up in West Bengal. At that time, it was their government which was there. Out of the total resources of the whole country, we contribute 50%, but we are not given back any proper resources for social and economic development or for the development of industry. This time only a token amount of 29 crores has been given. Sir, we introduced the Food for Work program for the lean season so that the landless laborers can have this benefit. But due to some sort of trickery, it has been practically discontinued. We are told that accounts have not been settled. Lastly, there is the workers' problem. You have seen in the case of LIC employees what the government is doing. There is some increment somewhere, but there is no fixation of prices at all India level. On the contrary, you do not allow the transfer of wheat and rice from one state to the other state. Sir, this is an appropriation bill, and I know that anything under the sun can be discussed on this bill because, after all, the amounts are allocated by the various ministries. It is not just the concern of the finance ministry. They are just put together. We can therefore discuss all the ministries. I would submit that I have also some points to make about my state. Sir, we have been talking about a new international economic order, and it has been the plea of the undeveloped and the developing states that unless a new international economic order is established, the future of the world is doomed. May I plead with this government for a new national economic order on the same grounds on which you are pleading for a new international economic order. When I suggest and call for a new national economic order, I want reallocation of funds, change of priorities, giving greater importance to certain basic and minimum needs of human life, change in the entire policy of allocation of resources available in the hands of the government. Sir, you will kindly notice that taking 1947 as the base year, there is a sharp decline in the purchasing power of money. Now the value of rupee is 17 paise. If you take 1960 as the base year, the value of rupee is 24 paise. As my friend rightly pointed out, compared with the economic situation when we are discussing the budget, the present situation is worse. I am in complete agreement with him. The other day, while discussing the two bills on the Ministry of Supply, I did mention how inflation is on the upward tendency and that is causing us a lot of anxiety. I do not want to discuss that point because you have given me very little time. One short point that I would like to make is this. Instead of having the Agricultural Prices Commission, please consider whether it would not be desirable to have an Agricultural Price Policy Commission because of the new dimension added to our Indian polity by the farmers because of their consciousness and agitation going on in the country. Instead of having just the price commission, should we not consider having one price policy commission? Sir, my last point is about the delays in completing irrigation projects because of which the costs are escalating. Secondly, when I spoke about the number of small and marginal farmers this morning, the Minister of Agriculture simply brushed aside my point that they represent 70% of the total farmers and they own less than 30% of the land roughly. All I want to know is whether the small and marginal farmers are getting their minimum share of this tremendous irrigation potential that we have invested in. Finally, may I ask one thing? How many farmers have been given bank loans or subsidies by the government of India for the purchase of agricultural implements.
अगर आपको हमारा डिक्टेशन अच्छा लगता है, पसंद आता है, तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, जिससे कि आने वाला नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सके।